Hello and welcome to Hutan Pantai. We are in June now, and I know I said I wasn't going to show a lot of routine stuff, but just something interesting that I noticed. I didn't notice it the last time I did any grass cutting, but I thought it would be interesting just to show it to you. Everything looks normal. There we go. Everything looks normal, right? So let's just get in this. I'm just going to show you. Right, so if we just drive across the field. And we jump out. Right, and this is what I wanted to show you. You can see where we drove, you can see the tire tracks going over the swaths. Great stuff. It's sort of all part of the ground deformation, I would presume. There we go, have a look at that. So I just thought that would be interesting to show. In any case, I'll get on with this maintained job and we'll get back to you once it's all sorted again and we can get on to some more rice and animal and buffalo and goat work. We're in the middle of June and we've done a bit of work this morning. We've harvested our bottom field of grass, made it into silage. And let's just go and have a quick look and I can show you how many. Well, it's still maturing, so it's not silage yet, it's still grass. Let's just nip one down here quickly and then we'll just go up to the warehouse. And I think we've got 20 bales plus a bit. Let's just jump out here and have a look. And we also put some more flour, the round bale hay, grass. So there's 3,500 litre bales of grass which is fermenting. Let's just take one of those out. To see how far it is with the fermentation process. 5%. It's only just gone in. We'll come back and put that in at a later stage. Right. Well, let's see if we can push it in with the ape. Might be able to. Got a bit more work to do on the rice fields. We'll go and do that next. And then we'll finish off by creating a new rice field. Nah, it's not gonna do it. Nah, not powerful enough to do that. In any case, let's go and have a look at our rice fields and check it and see how they're doing. So now, from the last episode, when we found out we needed to flood again, I'm hoping that the flooding machine will actually tell us when we need to. That's just we were still rolling the grass. You can see the AO Woolworker G has completed their task. We'll go and collect that up sometime. So let's just have a look and see what it says here. So the water level is still too low. You need to flood. Right, so we will go and flood that. let's have a quick look and see at what stage of growth it is. When do we harvest? That's probably going to be the best time to tell. Rice we harvest in August, so I would imagine that we definitely have to deflood by July. So we're going to go one more month, see what happens. So it's as much a learning curve for me as it is for everybody else. But I am enjoying doing it. So my guess is that this will need to be flooded as well. Yep, that needs to be flooded, so we'll get that flooded. Still not sure what I didn't do right in terms of maybe we actually do need to plough the fields. I think we cultivated them. Yeah, we did cultivate them, but I think they might need to be ploughed. I don't know. Thinking that this field will most probably need to be flooded as well. But you never know. Long grain rice works on a slightly different premise, so let's have a look and see. So that actually looks like it's further developed then. Seems to have little bits of seed or heads or whatever you want to call them. In any case, let's see what this is. Water level too low, flood field. Okay, so we'll flood that field again. Let's just check to see where what are we looking at here in terms of yield. 87%. Yeah, something. Well, let's wait until we're finished and then we can think about why the percentage is so low. The yield percentage. What else was I going to say about this? I think, yeah, I just wanted to have a quick look and went to see when we harvest that long grain rice. I think it's probably a month later than long grain rice is September. And rice was August, yeah. But long grain rice only has 1 month, I think. Yeah, only September, so you have to harvest in that month. It's not too much of a problem as long as we remember. Right. Next job. So our rice fields are looked after quite nicely. Let's go and have a look at our animals. A water buffalo. I think we will look to trying to make a different pen with different little breeding area for water buffalo, so we can breed some more. And shall we venture across that? There we go, it's not too bad. Just take it nice and slowly. Actually, I'm going to get into the tractor and go and have a look at these because I must probably just bring the milk back. There won't be a lot, but I'd rather have it in the dairy, etc., than having it sitting in the fields. Going to put on the front end loader. just going to reverse up to the dairy. I suspect that might be empty, so let's just go and check that out quickly. I've still got some goat milk and buffalo milk in it. Goat milk bottled. Running buffalo, why is there no buffalo milk? Have we not activated the buffalo milk? What have we done there? Let's have a look. Buffalo milk bottled, inactive, storing. Activate. Why is it not activated? Maybe I just put it in and didn't activate it. So let's activate that, because we'll put some more into that. I mean, that's not going to fill up a pallet yet, so, but we might as well get working on it. Right, so let's go and have a look and see how our buffalo are doing. Right, and right, so productivity is 100%. Quite happy with that, considering we're not feeding total mixed ration, we're just feeding hay and the meadow. At this point, that's sufficient for the number of animals we've got in there to give us 100% productivity. Health is 100%. Reproduction is at 20%. That's probably going to be fairly slow. Slurry, we don't have to do anything with just yet, but we're going to have to think about that in the future. Straw we haven't put in yet because we need to build a manure pit. So that's all looking quite good. 18,000, we'll put another couple of bales in during the course of this episode. In the meantime, let's collect the milk. I think there was, how much milk was there? 400 litres? 414 litres. Not a huge amount, but still. We can get the dairy at least working on that. Buffalo milk start. That's already full. That didn't take long. Take that onto the dairy. Buffalo milk dump. Right, let's go and have a look and just see what it says. Yeah, buffalo milk is now 500 and something litres. So it's probably going to be another month or so before we can get the bottled milk. Got to get that production up sooner rather than later. we'll go and drop this off and we'll go and check out the goats and see how they're doing. Try and smooth that out somewhere along the line. Right, let's go and have a look and see. I can still see that there's some hay there for the goats. Let's have a look and see. So the goats, yeah, they are definitely eating the grass up. The buffalo, there still looks good. Right, so let's have a look. Goats, productivity 100%, that's good. 500 litres of goat's milk. It'll definitely give us a pallet. That's probably next month of bottled milk. And then I think we'll maybe do a round of cheese or something. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how much we get for the bottled milk first of all. Health is fine. Reproduction is at 60%, so we can expect some kids fairly soon. So that's fantastic. Right. How much is in this bale? 179 litres. So that's fine. It'll keep them happy for another month. And we'll just pick up this milk that's here and go and get that into the dairy. Because the kids will take a little while before they can produce milk. Enough? Have we gone low? Yep, perfect. And off to the dairy we go. You cowboy driver. Got to speak to the council about making that a solid white line going past the farm. Speak to my mates at the council. Alright, that should go in. There we go. Is that done? While we're here, let's just check to see if we've got enough raw material for the flour mill. So we still got 3,000 litres of wheat and 3,000 litres of rice. So yeah, we're still doing okay there. We have got a few pallets in the storage. Well, what we must do is we must go and have a look and see if there's mushrooms to sell. And while we're here, we might as well just go and push that bale of silage into the I'm just going to drop off the just wanted to drop off the front so that we can just push that bale in without damaging the there we go, without damaging the wrapping, because that'll just waste some of the silage if we go and fork it before it's ready. Right, what did I say? I was going to go and look and see what, let's first of all show you what flour is. We've got 3 pellets of flour, that's normal flour, and we've got 3 pellets of rice flour. Gnocchi, we've got 2 pellets of, and oyster mushrooms. We've only got 3 pellets, doesn't need to be delivered yet. So that can hang on for a, well, unless the pricing of oyster mushrooms is good. And gnocchi I'm not to worry about because it's a relatively small income. There's lots of it, but the oyster mushrooms bring in some good money. Where are we now? Pricing. Prices. Let's look for oyster mushrooms. Where are they? Oh. Goat milk bottled at 3,000 as opposed to, what? Goat milk is, what's that? Do we get more? I need to check that up. Do we get more bottled milk? Because maybe it's not a full. Yeah, maybe we get more. We'll check that out. Otherwise, we've made a strategic mistake. Oyster mushrooms, that's what I was actually looking for. Kimchi. I wonder how you make that. We'll need to find that out. Milk is 1,100. Bottled milk is less. So you must get more bottled milk out of oyster mushrooms. Yeah, January, June. So we're on the, yeah. So we don't need to sell. We don't need to rush to sell as long as it's in the storage. Right, so that's pretty much the daily work done. While we're here, we just get a couple of bales out of hay for the buffalo. Hay, that's a smaller bale. Grass, straw, hay. We're gonna have to make some more hay as well. And we're going to take 2 out. And 2, start. Right, let's get that over to see the buffalo. But usually it's not too far to go. Just got to make sure we don't drop the bale on the road. Don't mind dropping it just before we go in. It's bumping down there, but don't want to drop it on the road. There we go. Take it nice and easy. Let's see if we can get down here without dropping it today. Yep, here we go. Haha. And count on that. There we go. Right, so how much have they got in there now? They've got 25,000 litres of food. Yep, that's all good. Right, so that's pretty much the daily chores done for the rice, the animals. What am I doing? Ruining my equipment, that's what I'm doing. Let's go and get this parked up. And I'll just nip on down and go and fetch the roller. And then I've got the final job for today will be to make a new rice field. Of course we won't need it until next month, but we might as well do it now. We've got a bit of money and we've got a bit of time to get it sorted. And I'm going to build a new rice field up in this area in front of the storeroom. It's not a huge area, but it's fairly suitable for rice production. So if we stand up here and let's have a look and see what we can do. Right, so the first thing that I would do is I would save my game and I would turn off autosave just while you're building the goat, not the goat, the rice paddy. Right, so you go into your build mode, go down to industries or factories or whatever you want to call them, and select cultivation. And in the cultivation you will see the rice paddies at the bottom there, 1,500. So relatively cheap. Right, and it'll show you once you've selected now sometimes you can't see it if you're doing it in a grass field. Now we want to leave ourselves enough room to be able to maneuver around the shed, so I would say let's start round about here. It gives us enough room to move. So I find it best to look from the top. And then, right, start a new field. Yeah. So press A, and it'll say corner too close to another. And just drag it out. You'll see you get a bit of a line coming. Just drag it to where you want it to go. So we'll leave ourselves a bit of working space. And then press, so I'm working on a controller. It says add a corner, press A. Right, and then what I'll do is I'll just drag it across to there. Once again, if you're looking from the top, it's sometimes better. Add a corner. Right, and then it automatically tries to connect to one of the top corners. So right now it's making a triangle. So you do need to trace out the final corner to more or less it's a little bit difficult to judge where you were, but you don't have to worry too much about being precise. And you put in the other corner. Right, and then the last one is automatically, so you can see the line automatically coming up there. That's joining it up. And then you'll just press X to finish. And there you have your new field. Let's get out of that. We have our new rice field. It's not huge. We've got enough room to move there. Got enough room to move around the rice field. And it's about the same size as one of the smaller ones that we have over there. That's all ready. It's 100% fertilized for next year. Got our water pump. Now the reason why I said you need to save your game and auto save is that this is a nice flat piece of land. So it was very nice and easy to build it on. But it's going to flatten the land wherever you place your rice field. So my advice is, if you're doing it on something even like this, is to flatten the land first. And that's one of the reasons why, if you look at these rice fields, they've built these sort of rock faces, and that is to make the land flat to place the fields. They've got these sort of bricks, so you've got to make yourself, and you can do that. That could be quite an interesting little project to make a nice flat piece of land. So I would try and get your land as flat as possible before you place down your rice field. So now we have a new rice field done. Once you've done that and you're quite happy with that, don't forget to go back and change your game settings. Do your autosave. I do it at 15 minutes. I know sometimes it comes up while you're talking, but I'd rather have it on than lose all, which has happened to me in the past when I never used to use autosave. So yeah, so that's that done. And I'm going to save the game, just because I don't want to redo it if something does go wrong now. Yeah, so one last look at our new field. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode. I suppose it's a little bit, we wasted a bit of grass, so we should have cut the grass first. Lots of things we should have done there. We could have waited until early in the new year to do it, but I thought, yeah, we've got a bit of time now to show, and that's what this series is all about, is to show mainly the rice, how it works, and a little bit the goats and buffalo. But the goats and buffalo are pretty much similar to sheep, and for goats, and cows for buffalo. Not really much difference. In fact, there's no difference at all, really, except that you make a slightly different product. Right, so that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Cheerio.